You're alive.
All right, when everybody's ready, we're ready to use the vote. Can you hear everything? Speaker working? Or most of them?
Pretty much the usual.
I was just gonna take my minutes on it.
Here,
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say.
you can have mine.
You know it, so I can take minutes on it. Thank
Just
you.
go down the list.
Okay.
Who's in charge?
That's a scary thought. Let's call the meeting to order. So I get on my watch at 6:30, but it's close enough. We have any public comments? Anybody online? Nobody's out here sitting here. Nope. Okay. We need the approval of minutes.
A motion to approve.
And that looks like this is very short. Items of business, the chief's report.
All righty, for the month of May, we took 29 reports. The top ones were 5 crash, 5 assist LSW fire EMS.
That's not.
Did 3 child protective services investigations. And on the flip side, 1 adult protective services investigation. We had 1 sex extortion complaint.
Should we go into
And-
detail on that one?
Pardon?
Should we go into detail on that one?
Yeah, maybe off camera. Couple assists to different agencies, including MSP, Ovid Police, and the Sheriff's Department. There were 1,335 miles, total of 64 traffic stops. Of those 64, 36 traffic tickets were issued. As you see, 25 for speed, 1 for driving a license suspended. 1 individual didn't think he needed a motorcycle endorsement, and 1 unregistered vehicle. Traffic warnings, same thing, top getter is speed. Under city ordinance violations, there were 7 warnings for grass, 1 for trash, and 4 abandoned vehicles,
What is the height of the grass?
8 inches. Well,
Usually you wait till it's a little higher than that.
yeah. So,
I'm just thinking cutting that, cleaning that up, because wow.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a lot.
Yep, they're not.
Right.
right, like 219 West Grand River, I thought maybe they'd have to bail that, but we were able to get individuals to
I was just saying this out loud.
recycle the steel. Got him lined up. 1 individual wanted a picnic table, got him lined up. And then Dave and his crew were able to get the rest of the garbage.
That's cleaned up.
That again will go on his taxes.
So is that why that lot's completely cleared up and looks awesome?
Yes.
I wondered that. I
Yes.
don't know if he come got stuff himself or.
No, he's got warrants, so he's not showing up.
Oh, nice.
Under additional information, myself and Officer Mark Smith assisted with training officers for active shooter that involved police, fire, and EMS. And I don't know if I told you last time that it is now MCOL's mandated that all certified police officers go to that training. So we did that, met with school officials along with Paula and some others from city council, reference to the new bus route and parking on South Whittle. We had some suggestions. One of those was also including getting rid of those parking spots on the east side.
Oh, Greg's brother, I doubt, if I don't get along.
Buses start coming out there once it's reconfigured.
Walker had been back to work since his daughter was
Which
born.
of a traffic jam trying to get buses and then park
Oh.
vehicles in there.
Might have not been on yet. You guys were in here talking to RJ. Oh,
He's saying that.
I know. You're gonna tell him, Dave?
To be with CJIS compliant, Mrs. Hamilton and then Olivia Graham were fingerprinted because they have access to criminal justice information by being in the same office, so they all got to get fingerprinted. Took a while for Kim to get fingerprinted because it was COVID, so we waited. We did the MCOL's fire qualifications. That's required by all certified officers. The reserve officers have to go through the same course as the certified officers. So we completed that. I did attend training at the Ingham County Sheriff's Department. They had brought up the police chief from Coral Springs, which is right across the drainage ditch from Parkland. And his view of the Parkland school shooting that took place back in 2018. And if you've seen the news, the one officer that didn't do anything is currently on trial for a couple of felonies for not doing his job. So we'll see what happens with that. We had a MCOL's audit for what's called our 302 funding. Each police agency in the state is given money for officer training. And we just had to send information to them to show that we were in compliance and what we were spending that money on. We did foot patrol at the springtime carnival, and there were no issues. One thing that I don't have on here yet is I was going to discuss with you guys. We have a basically natural disaster plan that the city has to have in place in case we have disaster, so that we can get a hold of Homeland Security through the county, the state, and the feds. And Dina was on that. So now that Dina has resigned, we're gonna need somebody else from the board here to be put on it. The mayor is already on it. Paula's on it for finances. Myself's on it.
So what does that entail exactly for, I mean,
If we were to have a disaster, you basically are kind of like a figurehead, and then
You're the press person.
please, and then you hang out with police, fire, EMS, DPW. And it kind of spells out your roles, but we'll help you out on that.
I think we only, like, one time since I've been here, did we meet?
I was gonna
Right.
say, what, as far as meetings, what
It
does
was
that
a huge
consist?
snowstorm or something, I think.
Oh, that was before I took over.
Yeah,
But it's mainly for disaster. So say we had a tornado come through and wipe out half the city, you have to have that plan in place in order to get any funds. However, that's not a guaranteed, because when that tornado went through just north of Duran there, they put in for money. They didn't
They
get
denied
in.
it. We
Oh,
denied it.
geez, nice.
They denied them.
It was sad.
So, but you still need to have the paperwork in order. So that's one thing that we need to get in line.
I guess I could do that if no one else wants to do it.
That'd be fine. That sounds.
I mean, if you're always around town, it's great.
I'm always wrong.
That's true. So
We'll let you do it.
I'll rework it up and put your name in where Dina's was and give you a copy of the playbook and be good to go. Still haven't heard any more information on a patrol car, but I have started ordering equipment for it in this budget, and then after July 1st, some more expensive items being purchased, which will be the overheads and the push bars and the cage and all that good stuff. And then the installation, so that will all be after July.
Well, and is there, I know, like with the fire trucks and the ambulances, do you think there's gonna be a delay on that, getting the equipment?
Well, it was already ordered, so I'm hoping that it's gonna come in here in July or August.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and we haven't heard that our order was canceled, so that's the good news. I haven't got any email either that says, hey, this is our VIN number.
Or we're on our way.
Right. The last time we ordered our car though, in 17, all of a sudden we got a call, yeah, it's here.
Hmm.
So that was our heads up. So,
Hopefully it's like that this time too, then.
yeah, and we've been putting the money away for that, so that's all good to go. Other than that, that's all I had. Is there any questions?
When we sell the old car, do we have to go through a process? Like,
Well, funny you should ask. Actually, the fire department was wanting to purchase that. So we would kind of look at a kind of a fair market value.
that's what I
Sell
was
to the
like,
fire
if we had
department.
to put a public notice or something that we're selling.
If we're gonna sell it to another municipality, we don't need to.
And it'll save us money in that area too.
Like,
And in regards to your question, you had a question about the body cameras.
Yeah.
I actually talked to the guy today because our last quote was from December of last year. When we put in some grants that we haven't gotten on it yet. Each camera now is $489.
For each camera, and that's not like the system.
Correct.
for it.
So for the system and everything, and I was looking at that again today, we would probably cut our order down from 6 to 4. Because we don't really have anybody working, total 6 of us. We may have 4 working at a time, especially a springtime festival. So that would cut down on some of the money. But then again, where they get you a lot too is your licensing fees.
Mhm.
And charging station, docking stations. When I had this quote last time, it was $16,600
Right,
for 6 cameras. So we can cut that back probably to 4 cameras and then the docking stations and the computer. So he would have to get me a new updated quote. And I said, well, right now our 4 cameras are working.
right.
So if we lose any other cameras, then we might have to look at it a little more seriously.
Right.
But right now they're still working.
Semi-good. They haven't fallen apart yet.
Not yet, but now that you mentioned that.
No, oh, man.
You gotta knock on wood.
No, did you hear the story about them?
All right, anything else?
No others?
No, I guess we,
Adjourn the meeting, I guess.
then you can let me know when we're off.